Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you're having a beautiful week. Don't know what's going on with the weather with us at the moment in New Zealand. It's summer and we've just had a week of torrential rain, thunderstorms, wind. It was where I live, we had a little mini tornado. Someone saw a trampoline go flying into their neighbour's garden. So it's been a bit of an interesting week and I haven't been able to film as much or take as many photos, obviously because I haven't got camera and lighting yet. I'm literally relying on the day and there has not been a lot of light this week during the day, so I've had to just wait till this morning. It's Saturday morning and I'm trying to quickly hold on to as much light as I can and get something filmed. But I thought today I would do a little video just showing you how to do just a simple contour look, highlighting, concealing look just for an everyday wear. And this is the look. This is sort of what my standard, I haven't done my eyes, obviously I've put lashes on and done my brows, but I haven't got any eyeshadow on. But this is what my standard base would look like for the week. Just very simple, really easy. I promise it's really easy. If you could subscribe, that would be amazing. And if you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be also really amazing. But I'm not going to go too extreme. I'm not going to reshape my nose, reshape my jawline, just an average everyday, especially if you're a beginner, just something easy that you could start doing and then work your way up if you're wanting to go a little bit more extreme and dramatic. I've got a few different products to show you, but there are so many different contouring, highlighting, concealing, so many different products, which is so exciting. But you just need to have a look around, see what suits you best and what you like. So let's get into it. As you can see, I've just got my foundation base. I've got nothing on besides that. I've got no concealer. I haven't set my face yet. I purely just put some foundation on. And then I thought we'd get started together. And just on a side note before I start, I was in the pharmacy picking up something the other day and they had a special on some eyelashes there. And I picked these up. I think they were all of $9.99 or something ridiculous. And I thought I'd check them on this morning just to see. And they're actually yes, they're a bit dramatic, but quite nice for pharmacy lashes. I'm quite impressed. So to show you I've got the AC on Tour Australis. I've got the contouring and highlighting kit in the cream. And this is the same, but it's in the powder. So that's what I was saying, just to have a look at different formulas of what you like best. So I've got those to have a look at with you. I've also got the L.A Girl Pro.conceal. Now the colour range in these, they are amazing. Not only do you get the very fairest shade for your concealing, you get, to the darker shades for your contouring, but they do also have colour corrective products as well. So if you're not too sure what that is, for example, if you've got a pimple, you've got some red spots you're wanting to colour, you can use a green shade and it counteracts the redness of your skin. So you blend that in before you put your foundation on and it just helps to hide the redness if you've got any. So that's what's great about these. They're also really affordable, really easy to use. So I'll show you these as well. And for the concealer, you all know if you've watched any of my videos or seen any of my pictures on Instagram or Facebook, Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm sorry, but this is just, I'm obsessed with this. I love this so much. So I'll be using that as well. Then for some bronzing, I've got the L.A Girl Pressed Powder in Perfect Tan. I'm so sad. Look, it broke and I've hit pan. I need to get some more, but I don't want to let it go because I love it. But I'm so sad. I must admit, this is probably the third one of these I've had, and every single time this breaks off. And I don't know why. It doesn't happen to any of my other products, but always this one. It's a little bit disappointing. Highlight I'm going to show you with using the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection. So let's have a play. You get your highlighting shades down here, and then you get your contouring shades up the top. It would be this way. Your highlighting shades, your contouring shades. Now what you can do as well, you could use the cream and then set it with these colours, so you can have a play with that as well. Essentially what you're aiming to do is, if you picture the side of your face in a 3 like this, or an M, cream, whatever you like to look at. That is essentially where you want to be using your bronzer. So instead of doing it all over your face, because you're wanting to darken up, you want to try and leave the center of your face pale. Well, not pale, but lighter than the rest of your shades. So you'll literally just start at your temples and doing a 3, you'll just bring it down lightly, and then you're going in, if you do your fish face, under your cheekbone there, and then under here. So you don't have to follow a 3, that's just a way of remembering it. So essentially you're just doing your temples, dusting under your cheekbone, and then under your jawline. So very lightly, I'll just do that. Not doing a lot of product unless it's sort of I've got a lot of tan on or I've got an event on that night. So across your temples, under your cheekbones, and then just under your jawline. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's just for a very basic. So now we'll get started with our concealer. And again, this is just going to be, it's just sort of more of an everyday, pretty much what I do every day for work, like just as my standard contouring and highlighting. So I like to do 4 little lines along my chin, a thin line down my nose, and then I make sort of a little, I don't know, what do you call this? Like a little flower-ish thing on the top of my head. Then for under my eyes, I just do a few little lines like this. I do actually go a little bit further out because I do like the effect of how it highlights your cheekbone just naturally. And then, oops, I don't usually put it there. Put a little bit in the corner here. Same thing on this side. A little bit in the corner there. And then that's me done. I'm good to go for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. So to blend the contour in, I'm just using this. It's called the Face and Eye Blender Brush. So you can use your beauty blender if you want, or you can use brushes, whatever suits you best. So this is all it is here. And then I actually, to finish it off, I'll just use my foundation brush that I've been using on my face just to blend it out. So I do sometimes use beauty blenders, but if I'm doing a video, obviously just to show you what my everyday look is, I usually have my brushes with me. I don't usually do my beauty blender for my morning routine. So I'll just start dabbing that in like so. And then once I've sort of got it roughly all in place, then I just dab over it with the brush I've used on my foundation, and it just blends in nice and easy. Then up my nose, I'm just going to dab, blend that in. Also dab up here. This is what I love about this Maybelline concealer. Like it just gives you such a beautiful, just a natural glow to your face. I just think it's such a beautiful consistency. Make sure you get right under there and in this corner, so you get rid of any darkness or redness under your eyes. And then I can just drag that out just a little bit. So you can see I do have it's almost a triangle shape like this. And then again, just finish that off. I mean, it's just such a lovely consistency. I really, really like it. Make sure you get right under those lids. In the corner. I do sometimes, I mean, I don't usually have lashes on first thing in the morning, but I will just drag that concealer over my top lid as well, just as a little base for my shadow that I'm going to put on in the morning. And that's it for the concealer. Then to set it, I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is really, really lovely. It's a high definition under eye setting powder. And for this, I just use a little fluffy brush like this that can get under the shape of my eye easily. So it's just going under my eye, just very gently, just dab and just drag that out. It's just a pressed powder. That's just gonna go all over. But not under your eyes because you've just set that already. So if I'm gonna start with the Pro Conceal, what to do as well, don't come too far down. You're not wanting your concealer to come all the way down to your lips. So we'll start with just doing, so you can start with that. So those are just a couple of little lines. I'm going to use my larger angled brush. To start with, I'll just dab it in so it gets in place, and then I'll just start buffing it out. One I usually use is the darker shade here. Is take my brush, dab it in there a couple of times, and then just go in freehand. Make sure they're looking the same, because you don't want one contour going this way, one contour going that way. You want it to try and look as symmetrical as possible. So again, I'll just take my brush in there a couple of times, and I'm just going to lightly blend along your jawbone. This is just to make it stand out just that little bit more. Again, just a little bit along your temples. And so you can see it's the three like that. So usually once I've done my contour, I like to do my blusher and then I finish with my highlighter. So I'm going to use the Becca. Oh, I love this so much. Honestly, I think it was, I got it in Australia over Christmas last year. I think it was $89 for the palette, which is such an amazing buy when you think you've actually got, you've got 3 different blushes and 2 highlighters. I highly recommend getting this. It is so beautiful. So it's my blusher. I do like to have a little bit more. I personally quite like having blusher on where you can see it. Some people prefer it a little bit more subtle. I'm not really a subtle kind of girl. I'd say, what's it saying? Less is more? I say more is more, personally. So of course I'm going to use Champagne Pop. I absolutely love this highlighter. Again, something else I recommend. So with my highlighter, I do a little bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and then ever so lightly, I literally just very lightly dab the brush into the highlighter, take the excess off, and just do a little bit just through here. I just like that reflect just there. And now for your cheeks, so you're just following, so you've got your contour here, your blush in the middle, and then your highlight just glides across the top. And then I just bring it up a little bit around the corner so it all blends. Look at that, isn't it just so beautiful? So on the other side, blend it up a little bit there. Then what I like to do once it's all finished, I usually go back in with the shade that I used to bronze around the outside of my face, and I'll just come along the edge here just to make sure it's all blended in, and just make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere, that it's all a nice flow. But yeah, so that's how I do my contouring, my highlighting and my concealing. I hope that's helped, and I hope you get an idea of just how to do a real basic everyday contour look. Of course you can go more extreme, but I just thought let's just do something simple for today, and then maybe the next video, if it's something you're interested in, we could do a little bit more defined. We can look at how to do the nose, how to get a really sharp contour. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, just comment down below, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.